Hey guys, this is the Revolving Battle Fox here, and I am back with another video, and this time I wanted to talk about why I won't be back at Anime Expo. For a while at least. For a while. So, before I begin, I just want to start with this. This will not be an Anime Expo bashing video. So if you came here thinking that you're going to hear me say, "Oh, I'm not going back there because it's way overcrowded. They should have capped the lines or capped the crowd at 80,000. Like the security guards and the volunteers are power hungry and out of control, and it's cramped and it's hot there and it's a safety hazard." Like, listen, if you come to this video thinking that you're going to get an Anime Expo bash and someone to identify with you in that regard, let me tell you, just go ahead and click out now because this is not the video for you. So yeah, just I'll give you a few seconds to click out. Click out. Okay, you go? Alright. So if you made it this far, I want to get into my reasons about why I won't be back there for a while, and it's kind of a big deal to me in a way because my channel was partly started on the basis of Anime Expo. In my, I guess, the About Me section of Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, I guess I should have had this pre-planned, but whatever's. My computer's been a little extra slow. So if you go to the go to my page, Revolving Battle Fox, and go to the About Me section, and I'm reading it verbatim. "Welcome to my channel. I'm just a random person, a random channel dedicated to whatever on my mind. Cosplay, my gaming collection, random stuff, Anime Expo, just whatever comes to my mind." So just in that first those first couple of sentences, this channel was a lot of the focus was going to be on Anime Expo because Anime Expo was a big dream of mine to go to. I went in 2017 and 2018, and I enjoyed it very much, and I actually have tips on what to expect, and just how to make the most or the best time out of Anime Expo, and also like have videos on giving advice, just lessons from AX, and also my road to AX, talking about like the hotels I got, I think how I was paying for it, to working overtime to get it, and just my trials and triumphs getting ready to go to Anime Expo. So yeah, those videos were fairly popular. My most popular video on here, I think, is the one with me at AX at the Persona 5 ending panel, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. But you get the picture. AX was a big part of a big part of this channel, and it was something, or AX was something I've wanted to go to for about 10 years, but just I could never find the means to go at the time that I found out about it. So AX, Anime Expo, will always have a special place in my heart, but I'm here to tell you that I won't be back for a while at least. And I know you're asking, okay, Revolver, why? Is it because of the money? Well, it is true that Anime Expo is very, very expensive, coming from backwoods Johnny, South Carolina, and flying all the way to Los Angeles. Even though it's very expensive, it's not necessarily the main reason. Although it can play, price and money and all that can play a part, as well as like the location. But my mentality when concerning money, when it comes to money, my philosophy is this: as long as I could save at least a year in advance, I don't really have to worry about it. Because if I put back some every paycheck, and Lord willing, nothing happens to me where I have to dip into that money, then, basically, if you plan for it, you should be able to go. But at least for me personally. And I also have like a video, Anime Expo motivational video, like I think it's called So You Want to Go to Anime Expo, Make It Happen. But money's not the biggest factor. Now, if you still want to go because of the funds, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. I've been working like 7 days a week, 6 days a week, so I'm kind of low energy and my mind's all over the place. I wanted to do a script to follow by this, but it just never happened. So bear with me. But yeah, if you still want to go, but you're a little bit nervous concerning the funds, go ahead and start saving now. Even so, that means if you have to go in 2021, so be it. I believe if you have the will to go to Anime Expo, then you have a way. If you want to go and you believe you can go, I believe you can go. But anyways, that's another, like I said, that's another video. Check that video out if you're interested. So you want to go to Anime Expo, make it happen. So I guess you're like, okay, Revolver, what is the reason? Is it because you just don't want to go alone? That's not necessarily the reason either. Now, I've never flown by myself. I've never went to California by myself. Went with my sister the first couple of times, and I'm more than willing to pay her hotel or pay for the hotel we have entirely, and more than willing to pay for her airplane ticket to come along with me or whatever, and of course the Uber rides there and back. So, but that's not the main reason, because I feel like even though I don't want to go by myself, I'll find a way to get there, or to go with somebody, or even if I gotta hire like someone to help me. Or if maybe one day I can bite the bullet and go by myself. But that's not the main reason. So the main reason I've decided I won't be back at Anime Expo, I'm sure you guys are already wondering, and some of you may know where I'm going with this, but the main reason is I just want to check out other conventions. So yeah, it's nothing nefarious or some scandal or whatever. But I do want to check out some other convention scenes. And you ask, what was the thing that got you on that? Well, I believe it was going to MomoCon 2019 last year. Yes, 2019. So I went there, I absolutely fell in love with it. I loved almost every single minute of it. There were a few little bumps in the road in terms of how I was going to get there and back, and like a little problem with like a Uber Eats driver or a bicycler. But anyways, for the most part, I enjoyed it. I just fell in love with it. I didn't want to go. And I had got to thinking over it, and it was like, I hate to admit it, but I kind of like MomoCon more than Anime Expo, which it was kind of mind-boggling at first, but Anime Expo, they focus more on anime, where MomoCon focus more on gaming. And then you got anime thrown in the mix, so I feel like it was a better fit for me. Not to mention they had a host hotel, and where Anime Expo, I couldn't get the JW, so I ended up having to take a shuttle or Uber. But, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, after going to MomoCon, it's like, yeah, this is awesome. And this would probably be suited for another video, is bigger, always better, in terms of anime conventions, or just conventions like that in general. And I do want to make one like that. Let me know if you have an interest in that in particular, and I'll try to squeeze a video in about that, hopefully within the next week or so. But yeah, it's its own video in itself. But spoiler alert, it's not bigger isn't necessarily always better, because like I said, I had a much more funner experience at MomoCon. I feel like I could be myself a little bit more at MomoCon. And MomoCon, at least in my personal experience, it has a lot more diversity. Again, this is not really an Anime Expo bashing type thing, but at Anime Expo, I get the more vibes of people trying to become cos famous. So it's a little bit more competitive in that nature. But MomoCon, at least from the 1 year experience I've had, it's laid back. And I'm not saying that there's jerks out there who wouldn't judge you, or people out there that wouldn't judge you, on superficial stuff. But I think that was part of the reason why I enjoyed MomoCon more. And then, it's a smaller convention. Oh, it's about 30. They run about what 36 to 38,000 people. So it was easier for me to meet who I wanted to meet, even though those lines were still ridiculously long. There was no way I was going to try to meet famous people or try to meet the guests at Anime Expo and try to get their autograph or whatnot. There was just no way. Every time I went, I said like, okay, I'll go there in the morning, first thing in the morning, to get in line for the tickets. And one, I usually sleep in because I work overtime. Well, I work overtime, but I work night shift, so when I in the mornings I'm usually knocked out. So that wasn't going to work. But on top of that, trying to compete with 120,000 other people to get. Sorry, somebody's calling me. My nephew's telling me he's about to get on the game. One moment. Hello? Hey, Zach. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know that you beat the game before I could have a chance to watch. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I'll be on in a little bit. I'm recording a video right now, so. Okay, yeah, I'll be on and I'll watch your live stream. Yeah, give me about 15 minutes. Huh? I can't hear you. Yeah, do campaign. Yep. No, you good. All right, see you soon. Love you. Bye. He's getting in an Uncharted. Speaking of which, I just found out that the voice of Nathan Drake, he's gonna be at MomoCon too, and my nephew's supposed to be going with me, so I'm sure he's gonna enjoy that. But I lost my train of thought. Where was I? I don't know how to edit, so sorry. I'm kind of too lazy to learn, so you just have to hear that. Where was I? Autographs. I think yeah, autographs, ticketing system. Thank you God. So yeah, there's no way I was going to compete with the people at Anime Expo because the fans out there, they're serious. They'll camp out or whatever. They do what they got to do to get the tickets. Where at least at MomoCon, it's a little bit laid back, a little bit more laid back, and Anime Week in Atlanta too. So, but I did get to meet Justin Briner at Anime Expo 2018. And his was like for free. I just happened to be in like the Kensha Hall, and I was looking at the new thing they had rolling out, the My Hero Academia backpacks and stuff that you get on pre-order. And they was like, oh, by the way, Justin Briner, he will be here in like 3:30 and or something like that. So I was like, okay, sure. So that was a fairly short line because I don't think it was really announced until like the last minute. But other than that, that was like the only person. Him and Colleen Clickenbeard, the voice of Momo, and Justin Brown is the voice of Deku from My Hero Academia. So those were the only two guest celebrities I met and got to speak to, which is funny because my nephew got to meet him too. He wasn't really into My Hero Academia at the time, so I'm hoping to meet Justin Briner again. I'm hoping he shows up at MomoCon, so he can meet him now that I've made a convert to My Hero Academia. But I kind of forgot where I was going with this. So yeah, there's that aspect, and then I've done Anime Expo a few times before, and my sister, she's not interested in going to California again, which is crazy because it's like if you tell me you want to go to California and you want me to go up here and you're gonna pay my way, I will. But that's my sister for you. That's neither here nor there. But I do want to try other places, you know. Uh, Even though I am a believer that bigger isn't necessarily always better, but again, sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought. And although Anime Expo is at the top and it should be on Otaku's bucket list to visit at least once in their lifetime, kind of like a mecca in that type of regard. There are a lot of other more chill places to visit in terms of conventions, where it's laid back and the people, they're not trying to become as cause famous. And not only that, one of my main things is I just want to check out the convention scene in different places. And I thought about this for a while. I was planning on going to Anime Expo this year. Got my premiere badge and all, but then you know what? It was kind of like, well, I wanted to do something closer to home. I wanted to try Raleigh SuperCon, because they usually have a lot of like guests and celebrities and whatnot. And me and my nephew talked about it, and at the time he chose to go to Raleigh SuperCon. Now looking back, he said he would rather go to Anime Expo. But I kind of left the choice in his hands, because it's either or. But we're going to Raleigh SuperCon this year, and now I'm trying my best to like create a plan to visit all the cons that I want to. And let me go ahead and show you this. It might be hard to see on camera because it's hard to see in person, but I really had to sit down and just think about this. All the different types of cons I wanted to go to. And this is a list of the cons I wanted to go to, and just made a little bit of a investigation information about them. About what to expect about badge mailing, VIP badges, host hotels, and some events. If they're like a 24-hour con, stuff like that. And this list, there's like 8 on here, and then there's like 2 that's not listed because of reasons. So if you guys like want me to go into like a different, like a whole nother series about all the cons I want to visit and the information I found out, about like I said, the badge mailing and stuff, what they got, or any special notes about them, let me know. I'm interested in doing it. I focus on my other stuff, but if there's, like I said, if there's a need, or not a need, but if there's a desire, if you guys want to know any more about these particular cons that I chose and how I go about choosing which ones I wanted to go to in particular, I'll give you a hint. Most of these I pulled from like the top 10, top 15 anime conventions in the US. So I'll go over all the ones that I would like to visit and try to start a plan of visit in the future. So that's Anime Central, or ACEN, Anime Boston, SakuraCon. That one's kind of special since it's out west, but I'm still interested in trying it. Katsucon, Otakon, Anime NYC, Anime Matsuri, and BlurredCon. And then off that list that I didn't get to write down is NashiCon and My Hero Con. So yeah, those are all the ones I want to try, and obviously Anime Expo takes a lot out of my funds because I got a plan for that, and it takes a lot out. But I feel like it might be a little bit easier to go to these different ones and figuring out transportation, because I probably like take a train to most of these. But yeah, and I want to experience those cons. I want to be the type of person. And like, I don't know, for this channel, I'd like to get into vlogging and vlog different cons, even though I don't know how to edit. That might be a nightmare. I can tell I'm losing my voice. But and I want to check that out with some of y'all. I even want to get to a point where, once I get enough subscribers, I want to get to a point where I choose a con. Or I'll give you all like a set number of cons. Like, I want to choose one of these. You guys pick the next con that I go to. I want to be able to get to that point. And like, a lot of people said good things about these particular cons. And like I said, Anime Expo is one of the biggest and baddest cons out there. There's no doubt about it. But I want to see what these other conventions have to offer. And so I don't really feel like I can add more to this topic without repeating myself and going into circles, running around talking in circles about it. And like my voice is starting to get a little bit raspy, so I guess I'll go ahead and wrap up this video. But have you guys been to any of these conventions that I listed off? If so, let me know about it, because I'm the type of person, when I'm trying to decide on a con, I try to be very thorough, even more thorough by the day when I plan. So like I literally have a playlist like cosplay, how I choose which convention I go to. But yeah, if you guys been to Anime Central, Anime Boston, SakuraCon, KatsuCon, Otakon, Anime NYC, Anime Matsuri, BlurredCon, My Hero Con, and or NashiCon, let me know. And maybe even BonsaiCon too in Columbia, South Carolina, which is the same place as where NashiCon takes place. But yeah, if you guys been there to any one of them, let me know how you like it. But yeah, I'm super excited to check it out. Love Anime Expo, and maybe once I visit all or most of these cons, and maybe even after doing like a trip to Japan, like Akihabara, like I need to focus on my pronunciation. I don't know how you say it, but you know, the otaku land there. I wouldn't mind taking a visit there once. So once I could kick most of these stuff off my bucket list, then I could go back home to Anime Expo. And I say home, but really MomoCon is kind of like my home con that the one I definitely want to go to every year at this point, at least for the time being. But Anime Expo is like a second home to me, because I do love the atmosphere out there. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up and watch my nephew on his live stream, because he just started Uncharted 3. But in the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, let me know and I'll try to respond to them. Like I said, if you want me to go ahead and start on the playlist about the different cons I want to go to and what they have to offer or don't have to offer, let me know. I can get started on that right away. So, if you happen to like this video, or you're a fan of video games, or cosplay, travel, drink tests, taste tests, toys, reviews, stuff like that, then feel free to check out the rest of my channel. And if you happen to like what you see, then please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Do what you gotta do, and I will see you all in the next video. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye.